Hello, Hitless Gaming here, bringing you a video on mining and how I feel it is in high sec and where it's at, and whether or not you should mine, and hopefully giving you the tools to help you decide if you want to mine or if you don't want to mine, and various stuff. And my cat Nika's here to say hi. I want to start this video off by saying this is not meant to discourage you, and hopefully there will be some encouraging parts of it, because I have some strange feelings about mining. I love mining. It's a lot of fun to do in a really weird way. I don't know why I enjoy it. It's a weird set of work. It's odd. But I enjoy mining in EVE Online, even in high sec where the income is low. But income in mining is a large part of the reason why you do it. You want to mine rocks and make some ISK. And I'm going to show you why mining is scale, why you want to scale when you mine. So you go up in accounts and get more accounts and want to mine more. And why I don't think it's a good thing for new players. But I digress. We'll go ahead and do that. That caveat is keeping in mind that by new player I mean somebody that just joined the game and is trying to mine to learn to do something or get started in the game. I don't recommend it as their first activity for sure, but I do recommend it as later activity. Anyways, let's go ahead and hop to my screen here. Today I have my max scale point pilot. We are going to form a few examples here in fittings. So let's open up this fitting window. We ignore the fact that I'm flying a ridiculous golem and go straight to the venture. Mining is a thing, and we're going to go ahead and simulate the venture right away. Mining is a thing. You can mine rocks. It makes ISK, and I'm going to assume that you don't know a lot about mining. Generally, when you hop into a mining ship, you get lasers, and their income is measured in M3 per second, or the rate at which they mine is measured in M3 per second. What M3 per second is if you take that 156 M3 and then you divide it by 60, you get 2.6 M3 per second, and that gives you a mining rate. And then with this number, you can extrapolate your income if you know the value of the rocks that you're mining, which is really helpful. And you can then do math and figure things out. So we know some constants that are fairly true. We know that an alpha venture with max skills gets 2.6 M3 per second. And with less than max skills, I actually have a character for this. We have this character here is actually in a venture. And if we go simulate fitting, we have a minimum skill point character as well. So if I search him for venture, frigate, and I don't even think he actually can. This guy is actually going to make 2.3. So you really only get 0.6 for training all the skills in a venture. So a brand new venture and a experienced venture are not that far apart because the max skill point one. I'm actually going to enable Evo Preview here. I was planning on not having it enabled so I can have this window here. But being able to switch between these two really quickly will be helpful. The 2.6 versus the 2.3 on the max skill point character. What this means, or what the point I'm trying to draw is that, Nika, you are just brushing up against the thing, making it hard for me to make this video. I love you, Nika. Viewers, if you love Nika, let me know in the comments. Anyways, I digress. I got a couple windows open here. One is a website called celestis.de. It's an ore table, and you can look at your ore mining, ice harvesting, moon ores, and all that. And it tells you how much the ore is worth per M3 once you refine it. So we can look at orecelestis.org and look and see that Plagicos right now is worth 143 ISK per M3. And so we take that mining rate, how much M3 we get per second, and we can multiply that by an hour. And then I made a little sheet here. And so I can, for example, take that ventures 2.3, not 23, 2.3, and I can grab that venture. Let's label this venture max. Yes, I have two cats. Venture max, and say 2.6. And so now we can do some math. If you sat in a venture all day. So the math is really easy. We take this number, we multiply it by this number, and then we multiply it by 3600, which is an hour, because it's 3600 seconds in an hour, and we get a income per hour, or a theoretical max income per hour. And then when you have this number, you can extrapolate, knowing that omega is 1.55 billion ISK, how many hours it would take you to get omega. That's a really discouraging number. At 1,266 hours. For you to grab a venture day one and then start mining, it would take 1,200 hours if you trained no skills. Trained all the skills, you're down to 1,120 hours for plexing your account for omega. That's a big order. But we're making, what would this number be? We got 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. You make 1.3 million ISK an hour mining in a venture in high sec. If you have perfect refinement skills and all that. Ventures aren't making ISK, guys. That's not a meaningful amount of ISK. So, next thought, venture doesn't really work. What if we, upgrade the venture and, oh wait, I forgot to do one part of this equation. There's 2 lasers on that, so we can double that number. That's why that didn't look right. Let's go ahead and hop onto that spreadsheet again. I just realized this, but this doubles because there's 2 lasers on the ship, so it's 4.6. Sorry, that's a lot better at 2.3 million ISK an hour, and then 633 hours to pay for omega. It's not quite 1,200 hours. Maybe I should just make this equation divide by 2, and then we can just put that that thing. But it's just divided by this. What if we this per hour? What if we just added another x2, or make it or instead of 3,600, we can make it. Let's go ahead and make this 3,600 times 2, which is 7,200. 7200. And then we can put in that 2.3 number, and then we get the 2 lasers, because every single mining ship that I can think of right now oh wait, that's not going to work, because we do have different lasers on ships, because we're going to talk about something else as well, so we're not going to play with that. We will add in the total lasers together, so 2 points, or what was it? It's 2.3, so 4.6, and this one's 2.6, so we can go ahead and do it'd be 5.2. 5.2. A max venture takes 560 hours to pay for itself. And then if we take the mining venture with a mining laser upgrade, let's Tech 1 mining with a mining laser upgrade. I'm not sure what this one has that one doesn't. What if we did like a maxed out venture, like no skills barred on a miner without having to like everything that we can get? So we got Tech 2. We'll go ahead, hardwares, and then we'll go modules. So this was max skills and a miner. We're going to go ahead and do, where's it at? It is called harvest equipment. We want mining lasers. Grab this guy and that guy, and then mining laser upgrades. We'll grab that guy. So Venture can get up to 4.3 M3 per second. Which is 8.6 on our little window here. So we'll go ahead and open that back up, and then say a completely maxed out venture does 8.6 M3 per second. That gets us down to 338 hours. And then if we had a venture with boosts as well, so if you got boost, you reduce the cycle rate by 46.5. We're just going to make the math really easy here, and we're just going to say it doubles the mining rate, because it's something like 96% or something. I can't remember what the exact percentage is, but 46.5 is very close to double. And for sake of our math and ease of this video, and me not having to undock each ship and simulate it with the thing, and I don't want to use PIFA because I like using the in-game fitting tool, we're just going to round to 2x. So we got this up to 4.3. which was 8.6, and then we doubled that again. So theoretical max is going to be, what is that, 17.2? 17.2. So an absolutely maxed out venture with mining laser upgrades will take 169 hours to mine itself, mining the best ore and then refining it to get your venture. We could theoretically get a little bit more ISP per M3 if we sell raw Veldspar, because it's worth quite a bit more in its raw form. But you can't mine it. I mean, I guess with a venture you'd be fine. But later, when we get into the bigger stuff with the ships that actually mine, there's no way that you're going to find that much Veldspar. You're just not going to stay alive. Anyways, so this is what Adventure is capable of doing with max bursts. 169 hours to pay for Omega. But Hateless, CCP gave you a pretty cool venture or retriever fit that you can buy for 25 bucks. I'm going to make this clear. I'm against this pack. I don't endorse it, and I don't think you should run the fit that the retriever has. But for sake of argument, let's look at the retriever. Retriever. We're just going to go look for mining barges. Mining barge, Exhumer. It is M. Oh, we don't need all memorizer fits. I have not made a retriever fit myself. But let's assume that that retriever is on Tech 1 strip miners and has 3 mining laser upgrades. Mining upgrades, 1, 2, 3. And then we'll go ahead and also post this in my fleet chat, and then I'll be able to give it to the not max character. And this character actually has a skill train to 1, so we can go ahead and simulate fitting. Same fitting here. This guy gets a total of 6.7 M3 per second, and can't use the Tick 2 mining laser upgrades, so it will be slightly slower. But for our math, this works. 6.7 times 2 is, what is that, 13.4? So a retriever with low skills is 13.4 M3 a second. Retriever, low SP solo. What was it? 13.4? 13.4. He's 217 hours to pay for Omega again. That's not a very fun experience. Now let's say we got better skills and boosts. I'm not going to do a calculation for each thing, and I'm going to share this little sheet that I made with you guys, and you guys will be able to punch in your own numbers as well. Strip miner, we'll just go ahead and say that we're going to go ahead and go Tech 2 with our strip miners. Literally it's strip miner, and we're going to go ahead and load the proper charges. Since we simple asteroid, I want straight simple B type 2, simple asteroid B type 2. The absolute max mining yield is 15.4. Again, we'll just double that roughly to get the max mining boost. So we're looking at 30.4 M3. Oh wait, hold on. I did this wrong. We doubled it. Yeah, we doubled it. We have to double. So we have to for boost and the fact that it's 2 lasers, we have to double. So we'll just say it's 60 M3 a second. That's 4 times. That's really easy. This mines at 63 M3 per second with max boost and max skills, which is significantly better. And we're going to go ahead and grab this guy, retriever. We will call it absolute max. Absolute retriever max. Now we're going to go ahead and say that this one's 60 M3 per second. It looks like this guy pays for his Omega in 40.8 hours. So that's a week of full-time work. Now we're going to get into fun things. This guy is earning 30 million ISK an hour. Wow, from 6 to 30. That can't be right. That math sounds off. We went 13.4. That was with, yeah. The max boost. Boost that a lot from solo. So boost like double your speed. That's crazy numbers. So now let's look at a procure, which has higher mining speed, but requires some more skills. Or not a procure, a coveter. This guy mines faster. It has a stronger mining boost, and we'll just assume max skills. So go hardware, modules, and put the 3 mining laser upgrades on, and then go strip miner 2s, because I'm assuming if you are using strip miner 2s, you probably have the upgrades and everything. We'll say max skill points. Retriever with a B-type crystal. He's going to pull in 18.34, and I'm just going to open up the calculator here real quick. 18.3, and then we're going to multiply by 2 because there's 2 lasers. That equals 36.6, and then multiply by 2 again, assuming max boost. We're at roughly 73 M3 a second. We can go ahead and spit this into our calculator, which is here. And then we're going to go, what is this, coveter? Coveter max is going to do, what's our number? 73.2. 73.2. This equals 39 hours to pay for the account. Time to omega is what TTO means. Cost of omega being 1.5 billion. So the next thing is if you mine in your coveter long enough, eventually you're going to want to upgrade into a Hulk. And we can go ahead and go Exhumer. I already have fitting saved. We'll grab this guy. And as you can tell, things get a little nutty. Hulk Max Yield Tech 2. Actually have that, and it has the B types in it already. So this guy is rocking a 25.1 M3 cycle rate. I happen to know that with max boost, it's 52.2. And so it's 52.2, and then it has double that, so it's going to be 104.4 M3 per second. Is what this guy builds in with max boost. And I know that number because I fly this ship specifically this way. So we're going to go ahead and put this into our calculator. Where'd he go? Went right here. Hulk maxed. And then we said 104.4 because it's 52.2. Looks like this guy pays for his omega in 27 hours, which is significantly less than our starting of 633. Believe it or not, getting to this point, isn't very hard. And then this is how people realize that, they get a bunch of miners, and if they spend like 40, 50 hours mining a month, and they have more Hulks, they're going to make a lot more ISK. So this is how you end up with those Hulk balls when arguably mining an adventure isn't as easy. And you kind of, also why I say it's not a recommended thing, because a max Hulk requires like 3-4 million skill points of skills specifically for the Hulk. And then we end up with numbers like this. But here's where things get inspirational and fun. Okay, we're going to take these ships that we made, and we're going to go to our Or Celestis, and we're going to take on some risk. So if we decide that we don't want to live in high security space, and we decide that we want to, for example, live in low security space, we can look at refined values here. Dark Ochner is doing really well at 722. So we can open up our little sheet here and put in 722. And then the numbers get really silly. So you're looking at, in your brand new venture, brand new, if you go out into low sec and try and mine in low sec, check this out. Only 125 hours to pay for it with a brand new venture. Or if you go with the max venture, you're looking at 67 hours. And if you get boost from somebody, looking at down to 33 hours. We're down to like Hulk times in a brand new ship. And then if we look at the Hulk, this thing's income is just stupid. 271 million ISK an hour. Like, what even is happening here? Like, this is so lucrative. Like, I can't even, like, wrap my head around how lucrative this is. Like, I didn't even realize how good this was. Or if you want to go into Pachman, I could show True Glaving Ore. I believe it's similar. 660, so it's not quite as lucrative. So 622. That's still really good, and you can escape pretty well in Pachman. So that income is actually surprisingly good. Or we can look at moon ores, and if you got your friend to help you mine, and you got into some good moon ore, and by the way, these things can double up. You can get shining, so you can get up to 2 million M3 per 1,000 M3 of ore. So that's not 2,000, that's 200,000 per M3. So we can open up our little sheet here, and we can say it's 1/1000th. So that's more like, yeah, it'd be 2,000 or so. 2,000. You're looking at some pretty crazy returns on investment here for flying these ships if you get out into the riskier spaces. So basically the point I'm trying to make is if you're a new miner and you're trying to mine in high sec, you should try and do it in more lucrative areas other than high sec, because yes, you can make it in high sec by mining. However, getting out into low and null sec and getting out there with people and flying for fun is going to be a lot better than mining on your own. But that's just kind of the message that I wanted to point out, and kind of what I want to show you guys as far as mining goes, and my recommendation to newer players. Something that's kind of harder to get into, but it can definitely be rewarding. It can be one of the far more rewarding activities in EVE Online right now. Jesus Christ, dude, that 1.9 hours to mine to pay for your account in nullsec with the R64 Moon. That's nutty. That is absolutely nutty. We lost a reference here. So this guy's reference is broken. We actually weren't referencing the Hulk Max. We were looking at a coveter. So we go go to 2. Why is your reference broken? You should reference that. Oh, you should be referring to... What is that? That is 8B8. There we go. We fixed it. I don't know why this calculation seems broken. Oh, because it's calculating that one. B. That's B8. We were calculating that right. Anyways, I'm getting confused now. My sheet might be a little broken. I had each thing one line down. I'm not sure what I did. I broke it. There, it's fixed. Seems to be working appropriately now. I broke it for a second, but yeah, you can put in your ISK per M3 here, and then your mining speed here, and it'll spit out your income per hour in ISK, and then you divide that by this, and you get an hour, or you divide this by that, and you get an hour rate. How long it takes to get your ore. But again, with Veldspar being so low and the high sec ores being so low, I don't recommend that people mine in high sec unless they have the ability to get a Hulk and mining boost, because it's not really worth it. But if you can get out into low sec and mine that Dark Ochner, you have a lot better of a time. You're going to lose ships too, which does make it exciting. What was the value of the Dark Ochner there? If we go here and then look at that. Oh wait, we're looking at moon ore. Ore mining. Look at that low sec ore. The Dark Ochner at 722 ISK per M3. If you get the obsidian, which is probably not too hard, 798 ISK per M3, which is quite a bit. Let's go ahead and put 798 in that spreadsheet. 798. And we're looking at incomes of 13, 24, even 50 million ISK in a venture with boosts. Low skill point retrievers making 38 million ISK an hour in low sec. But again, you have to survive for an hour. Retrievers like 60 million ISK, so they cost 2 hours of mining that Dark Ochner to get it. But it's something that you can do if you really, really want to. Yeah, anyways, fly fun. Continue bringing each other up. I hope you guys enjoyed this analytical take on mining. I enjoyed it as an activity, not really as an income. The fact that it makes a little bit of income makes me happy. But I like min-maxing things, and because I like to min-max things, I want to see how fast I can mine with a Hulk. And I'm pretty impressed with the results. Anyways, maybe video of that later. Let me know in the comments what you guys think of this video. Make sure you guys fly fun, continue bringing each other up. Like, comment, and subscribe below what you think, and I'll see you guys in the next one.